She has quite deliberately caused doubt, and she has created mischief, knowing that it would damage the royal family.
What we're really now seeing is that both of them, having posed as the victim for so long.
Well, for a start, the only time that I've come back to the UK is sadly for funerals or court cases.
Well, I don't mind if they sue as long as they lose. And so far, thank goodness, they've lost. But I think that Meghan, if she sues, she won't want to appear in court being cross-examined by my barrister. So it's
flicking, because again, it looks like she's drawing attention over here and doing something sneaky over there. That's what she was kind of doing in that scenario.
Tom Bower has said it, and Lady Colin Campbell has echoed the same point.
the whole description she does of the Portland hospital, the birth, that was completely fabricated. We all know the first interview was given to CBS. We all know that she never intended to go to the Portland hospital. She intended to have the baby at home. We know that they deceived the public about the birth data and time of the whole event.
Both have spoken publicly to huge audiences, sparking fresh debate on both sides of the Atlantic. Meanwhile, online discussions about DNA-related proof keep getting louder. Supporters, critics, and curious observers keep asking the same thing. If the rumors are false, why not provide proof and end the speculation? Instead, the debate keeps growing. In March 2026, Bower's book Betrayal hit shelves and quickly shot to the top of the Sunday Times bestseller list. The release triggered strong reactions from both supporters and critics of Harry and Meghan. Bower isn't known as a gossip writer. He's built a reputation as an investigative biographer who digs deep and speaks to key sources. One headline-grabbing claim involves a reported Kensington Palace meeting that allegedly turned tense, with Meghan said to have told William to get his finger out of her face, while Harry reportedly stayed silent. The book also raises questions about Centreball's finances and highlights criticism surrounding Meghan's Netflix project, which some believe received far less support than expected.
Which would show a level of spite and malice that is truly not only sick, but evil. And the alternative is that she didn't give birth to those children.
Harry and Meghan's spokesperson responded quickly, rejecting the allegations and describing some claims as conspiracy theories. Critics were accused of being overly focused on the couple, but the response only brought more attention to the debate. Commentators note that Tom Bower has written several books on Harry and Meghan, while Lady Colin Campbell has repeated similar arguments for years across television, interviews, and online platforms seen by millions. Another point often raised is that many of these disputes have played out publicly rather than in court. Since Harry and Meghan have taken legal action in other media cases, some observers continue to question why certain critics have not faced similar challenges. Lady Colin Campbell focused on the wording of official birth announcements, arguing that specific phrases deserved closer examination.
They need to prove that those children, Meghan and Harry, are not entitled to privacy in this matter. And their privacy is trumped by our right to know that no bastard is going to sit on the throne of this country.
Her interpretation sparked major discussion among royal commentators, though no official evidence has supported her conclusions. Bower's betrayal reportedly added more questions about details surrounding Archie's birth timeline, creating another wave of debate among royal watchers and online communities. Bower also repeated a point that Lady Colin Campbell had raised before, that no medical professional has publicly confirmed details about either birth.
Children are born to people who have them of their body. Children are born for people who have them through surrogacy arrangements or through adoption.
Critics often compare this to other royal births, which were accompanied by extensive public announcements and documentation. Supporters push back, arguing that privacy standards can differ between royal family members and that not every birth needs to follow the same public process. Another frequently discussed claim involves reports that a doctor linked to Lilibet's birth later closed her practice and has not publicly commented on the matter. Commentators have pointed to this as another reason the topic continues to attract attention. Lady C has said she spoke with medical professionals, nurses, and mothers who shared observations about Meghan's pregnancy appearances. However, these claims remain disputed and have not been officially verified.
All other royal babies in the line of succession have had their births signed off. Princess Eugenie, Princess Beatrice, Sarah York, Diana Wales, Catherine Wales, you name it. Everybody knows where the babies came from, at what time, with proof.
She has often highlighted what she viewed as noticeable changes in Meghan's baby bump appearance from one event to another. Critics have pointed to photos and videos they believe raise questions, but these remain public interpretations rather than confirmed findings, keeping the debate alive. Another moment often discussed involves Meghan's visit to a dog shelter, while reportedly in the later stages of pregnancy. Photos showed her wearing high heels, crouching down, and standing back up, without assistance. Critics said the movement looked unusual, while supporters argued that every pregnancy is different and physical abilities vary widely.
Only two children that there is no proof for is Prince Archie Bunker and Princess Lily. You better hope that she's really entitled to what they claim she's entitled to.
The debate grew again after Harry's first public appearance with Archie. He reportedly commented on how much babies change in 2 weeks, even though Archie was officially said to be 2 days old at the time. Some viewed it as a harmless mistake, while others treated it as a detail worth questioning. Lady Colin Campbell and Tom Bower have continued to reference the remark, saying it never received a clarification that satisfied critics.
Everyone says that babies change so much over 2 weeks. We're basically sort of monitoring how the changing process happens over this next month, really. But his looks are changing every single day.
Yeah.
Wow. So who knows?
And how are you finding parenting generally? Is it still a special moment?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, parenting is amazing. It's only been 2.5 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
But we're just so thrilled to have our own little bundle of joy, and to be able to spend some precious times with him as he slowly starts to grow up.
Attention has also focused on claims about Lilibet's birth certificate. One royal commentator argued that a listed area code appeared inconsistent with publicly available records, sparking another round of online debate, though no official finding has confirmed those claims. The commentator argued the code discrepancy deserved a closer look, while critics of the theory noted that government record systems can be complicated and that no official finding has confirmed anything unusual.
So I have no axe to grind in terms of how a baby comes as long as it's here. I think it's wonderful news. However, there is no doubt that both the Sussex's announcement and the palace announcement indicate that the child was not born of Meghan's body.
The discussion gained even more attention when Lady Colin Campbell claimed that, based on her review, Code 105 was linked to Colorado rather than California. That claim spread quickly across royal commentary circles and online forums. Lady C argued that the issue wasn't about a single detail. She pointed to a collection of questions that critics have raised over the years, including birth announcements, medical documentation, and reports connected to the births. As she put it, put them all together, and they warrant examination. Supporters of Harry and Meghan continue to argue that these claims remain speculative and unsupported by confirmed evidence. Bower's betrayal added further questions about timelines and hospital accounts, keeping the controversy in the spotlight.
I don't mind if they sue as long as they lose. And so far, thank goodness, they've lost. But I think that Meghan, if she sues, she won't want to appear in court being cross-examined by my barrister. So it's best if she doesn't sue.
Another widely discussed claim involves reports of a taco stop on the way to the hospital before Lilibet's birth, which Lady C said she found difficult to reconcile with her expectations of active labour. Lady Colin Campbell has repeatedly argued that questions involving royal succession deserve public attention because they relate to positions within the line of succession, not just private family matters. Others strongly disagree, saying Harry and Meghan have every right to privacy when it comes to medical and family decisions.
She is a person who controls the narrative. She controls people. She ghosts people like her father or the royal family when she doesn't like them. She's a very determined woman, and she thought she could cut me off. And she.
Even so, the discussion has expanded beyond social media and is now being debated by commentators, content creators, and royal watchers across multiple platforms. Lady C has also raised legal and constitutional questions about succession rules, arguing that the circumstances surrounding an heir's birth can carry public significance. She has discussed how different scenarios could interact with existing laws, though these points remain part of a broader public debate and are not based on any official findings regarding Harry and Meghan's family. She has further highlighted differences in surrogacy laws between countries, noting that legal frameworks can vary widely. Commentators often point out that birth records and parental status can involve different legal processes depending on the jurisdiction involved. Some critics argue that official documents do not always settle public debates and can sometimes lead to even more questions. Others counter that speculation often fills gaps where no confirmed evidence exists.
It's magic. It's pretty amazing, and I mean, I have the two best guys in the world, so I'm really happy.
Tell us a little bit about your son. What's he like? Is he sleeping well? Good baby?
Yes, he has the sweetest temperament. He's really calm and
He gets that from.
it's just been the dream.
Commentators note that Tom Bower's betrayal did not present surrogacy as an established fact. However, they say the book raised enough questions to keep discussion active among royal watchers. Supporters view the couple's privacy choices as reasonable, while critics argue those decisions mirror concerns that Lady Colin Campbell has highlighted for years. Calls for DNA testing and greater transparency have continued circulating online, drawing attention across the UK, the US, and beyond. Harry and Meghan have not publicly addressed those specific demands, a fact that both critics and supporters interpret very differently. When the name Lilibet Diana was announced, many saw it as a tribute to Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana. Lady C, however, claimed that some people she described as palace insiders reacted with concern rather than celebration. Lady Colin Campbell has often emphasized that Lilibet was an extremely personal nickname for Queen Elizabeth II, used by only a small circle of family members for decades. In her view, the name carried deep private significance and was unlike a typical public royal title.
He is somebody who believes, understandably, she's got to control everything down to the last full stop.
Well, I understand that 105 is Colorado.
Yes.
So, and Meghan and Harry have asserted that the child was born, I forget the name of what the hospital was, in Santa Barbara. And I mean, they came up with an elaborate story. Remember how Meghan was very peckish on the way to Lily's delivery, and therefore they had to stop for hot tacos or some such thing to aid the delivery of the baby.
She also pointed to reports of trademark-related filings connected to the name around the time it was announced. Lady C argued this raised questions about whether branding considerations played a role, while supporters insisted the choice was simply a heartfelt family tribute. Bower's betrayal explored a similar theme, suggesting that many of Harry and Meghan's major decisions can be viewed through the lens of public image and long-term brand building. Critics embraced that argument, while supporters dismissed it as speculation. Another detail that sparked discussion was William and Catherine's public message, which congratulated Harry, Meghan, and Archie on the arrival of baby Lily rather than Lilibet. Lady Colin Campbell argued that William and Catherine's use of Lily instead of Lilibet was deliberate. In her view, it was a subtle choice that carried meaning without directly addressing any controversy. That interpretation became part of a much larger debate fueled by Tom Bower's betrayal. Spanning nearly 500 pages, the book presented numerous claims, accounts, and criticisms that sparked intense discussion across royal commentary circles and beyond.
However, there is no doubt that both the Sussex's announcement and the palace announcement indicate that the child was not born of Meghan's body. contrary to any bumps that may have been bouncing around day and night.
Bauer entered the conversation with an established reputation as an investigative biographer known for detailed research and extensive sourcing. When Betrayal was released in March 2026 and quickly reached the top of the Sunday Times bestseller list, it signaled strong public interest in stories surrounding Harry and Meghan. The book arrived amid years of commentary from Lady Colin Campbell, whose television appearances, interviews, and online content had already attracted major attention. Together, Bauer and Lady C have become central figures in an ongoing debate that continues to draw new audiences and generate discussion across multiple platforms.
And that the female obstetrician who assisted with the birth then shut down her practice immediately at the end of that month, and any of her patients who were relying on her were left in the lurch.
Supporters of these theories often point out that Tom Bauer and Lady Colin Campbell are public figures who have attached their names and reputations to their views rather than posting anonymously online. Both have discussed their arguments openly before large audiences for years. Critics frequently ask why some of these claims have not become major legal disputes, especially since Harry and Meghan have pursued legal action in other media-related cases. Supporters of the couple, however, argue that not every allegation or rumour requires a public response. Lady C has maintained that the controversy is not about one single issue, but a series of separate questions that critics believe deserve examination when viewed together. One example involves the wording of official announcements surrounding Lilibet's birth.
Photographs of Meghan and the way the baby bump performed are totally unexpected, and they're not aware of any pregnant woman who is genuinely pregnant having her bump perform the way Meghan's has performed.
BBC focused on the phrase referring to the birth of a daughter for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, arguing that the wording could be interpreted in different ways. No official source has supported that interpretation, but it became a widely discussed topic. Another debate centered on claims about a code listed on Lilibet's birth certificate, which commentators argued warranted further scrutiny. Lady Colin Campbell publicly discussed claims about a code listed on Lilibet's birth certificate, arguing that her review suggested it pointed to Colorado rather than California. No official source has confirmed that interpretation, but the claim spread widely and remains a recurring topic in royal commentary circles. Bauer's betrayal also raised questions about Archie's birth timeline and whether publicly reported details align with the sequence of events described over the years. Another frequently discussed point is Harry's remark about babies changing in 2 weeks, despite Archie being officially presented as 2 days old at the time. Some viewed the comment as a simple mistake, while others argued it deserved further clarification. The debate has continued ever since. Commentators have also highlighted reports involving a doctor connected to Lilibet's birth, along with observations about Meghan's public pregnancy. Appearances. Lady C has said she consulted medical professionals and others with pregnancy experience, though these claims remain disputed and unverified by official sources. Lady Colin Campbell has argued that Meghan's baby bump appeared noticeably different across various public appearances, describing what she viewed as unusual changes over short periods of time. That claim quickly became controversial. Critics pointed to certain outfits and appearances as examples they found unusual, while supporters responded that pregnancy can look very different from one person to another and that photos alone cannot prove anything. A widely discussed example involved Meghan's visit to a dog shelter while reportedly in the later stages of pregnancy. Images of her crouching down and standing back up in high heels sparked debate, with some finding it surprising and others noting that physical ability during pregnancy varies greatly between individuals.
Almost like a magician's trick. Look over here, my belly, and ignore that there's actually a surrogate somewhere else. I don't think this was the case. However, it just goes back to Harry and Meghan's micromanaging of their image, and that's what kind of continued to fuel this. So they announced as well well, that they wouldn't tell us where she would give birth, nor who would be involved in it. It would be perhaps midwives or, some doctors. She refused to allow the Queen's doctors to work with her, and they're the best in the country. So it's just got a lot of people wondering what the heck was going on. And it just kind of, again, fueled this suspicion.
Beyond those observations, Lady C has repeatedly argued that questions involving royal succession carry public significance because members of the royal family occupy places in the line of succession. She has also discussed how different legal frameworks, including surrogacy laws in various countries, could affect broader constitutional debates. Commentators discussing succession and privacy laws often note that some legal processes can keep certain details confidential, which critics argue may leave room for ongoing public debate rather than settling every question through documentation alone. The name Lilibet Diana has become another major point of discussion. While many viewed it as a heartfelt tribute to Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana, Lady Colin Campbell argued that some people she described as palace insiders reacted far less positively. Lady C frequently emphasized that Lilibet was a deeply personal nickname used by a very small circle throughout the Queen's life. She also pointed to reports of trademark-related filings around the time of the announcement, suggesting there could have been a commercial element involved. Supporters strongly rejected that idea, maintaining the name was chosen as a sincere family tribute. Bower's Betrayal explored similar themes, arguing that many of Harry and Meghan's major decisions can be viewed through the lens of branding, media strategy, and public image management.
Why was the announcement of Harry and Meghan's baby only made over 48 hours after the birth? Were they only then going to pick her up? Well,
one of the most debated themes from Betrayal is the idea that many public decisions can be interpreted through a branding and strategy lens. Supporters dismiss that view as speculation, while critics argue it helps explain patterns they believe they have seen over time. Another talking point emerged when William and Catherine's public message referred to the baby as Lily rather than Lilibet. Lady Colin Campbell argued the wording was intentional, while others saw it as nothing more than a casual nickname. Discussion also expanded to claims surrounding spare. Lady C referenced reports suggesting Meghan supported Harry's decision to include details about his past substance use. Commentators have speculated about the long-term impact of those disclosures, though these remain interpretations rather than proven facts.
And they haven't sued. Harry and Meghan hasn't sued. She can't sue because Vanity Fair will have made sure that it had ironclad information.
Throughout her commentary, Lady C has described Meghan as highly strategic in her approach to public image, major decisions, and long-term positioning, a view that continues to fuel debate among royal watchers. Bower's Betrayal presents Meghan as someone who plans carefully and thinks several steps ahead. Critics see that as evidence of calculated strategy, while supporters view it as ambition, preparation, and strong media awareness. That divide remains at the heart of the wider debate. Reports claiming Meghan's representatives explored interest in a possible post-divorce book project added another layer to the discussion. The story spread quickly, and some commentators focused on the lack of a public response or widely reported legal challenge. Lady Colin Campbell has argued that the silence itself became part of the story.
About on the whole, whose lives are shrouded in mystery, and they want to hide their secrets, and I just love digging away to find out what they don't want to.
What stands out to many observers is how long these controversies have remained in the spotlight. Topics that once circulated mainly online are now regularly discussed across major royal commentary platforms in both the UK and the US. Supporters of Harry and Meghan continue to argue that many claims rely on speculation and interpretation. They maintain that privacy is a fundamental right and that personal family matters should not be subject to endless public scrutiny. Critics argue that the royal family is not simply a private family, but a constitutional institution with a role tied to law, public record, and the line of succession. Because of that, they believe questions connected to succession carry a level of public interest that goes beyond ordinary celebrity gossip or personal curiosity. Supporters, however, continue to maintain that Harry and Meghan deserve privacy when it comes to deeply personal family matters. That ongoing clash between privacy and transparency remains the driving force behind much of this debate.
Two children that there is no proof for is Prince Archie Bunker and Princess Lily. You better hope that she's really entitled to what they claim she's entitled to. And I think it is the right of all citizens of the United Kingdom, Jamaica, the Isle of Man, you name it, all the countries that Charles and all the realms that Canada, Australia, New Zealand, you and I have two skins in this game because we're both dual nationals. Most people only have one skin in the game.
One side argues that constitutional questions require openness, while the other believes personal boundaries should be respected regardless of public status. As a result, the discussion continues to attract strong opinions from both camps and shows little sign of fading anytime soon. For now, Tom Bower's betrayal remains a major talking point, with its hundreds of pages still being analysed and debated by royal commentators.
Has she just not sued Lady C? She hasn't even denied that claim. That's the thing that is most astonishing, and it really is shocking. It's completely shocking.
At the same time, Lady Colin Campbell continues discussing these issues across interviews, broadcasts, and online platforms. Combined with growing online communities and constant media attention, the conversation surrounding Harry, Meghan, and the wider royal family remains as active as ever. Supported or challenged, believed or disputed, these conversations have taken on a momentum of their own. What started as a topic debated by a smaller group has expanded into a much wider discussion, followed by audiences across multiple platforms. No matter which side of the debate you lean toward, it's hard to ignore just how much attention these questions continue to generate. The discussion isn't fading away anytime soon. If anything, it keeps growing as more people discover the story and form their own opinions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future updates. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear what you think about the debate.